You're here, I was once queer, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am presenting you a gift from the heavens above. Terry Marie Jo Fortenberry, also known as Terry Jo, has been doing the God's work. I have been so inspired and tickled by her gospels on TikTok, and I thought that I needed to make a relic in her image. She's been such an inspiration to me, and because of Bernice, I have been healed, I have been cured, and now I have seen the truth. I'm so excited to show you this divine doll. However, before we get into today's amazing doll, if you want to get into building your own dolls in the virtual world, I'd recommend trying out Life Makeover, who has partnered with me on today's video. Life Makeover is a really cool new simulation game that lets you experience life in a whole new way. The possibilities are endless. Players can customize their character's face and body in over 20 dimensions, build their home, cook, or even interact with other players. But my absolute favorite thing in this game is that you can create your own custom clothing from start to finish. I'm talking marking, cutting, sewing, printing, like you name it. And you guys know me with the whole sewing thing. Sewing and I just don't work together, but in the virtual world, it can happen. I've never seen a feature like this in a mobile game before. In honor of today's doll, I want to pay homage to Miss Terry Jo in-game by creating an avatar. Actually, you know what, maybe I'll make Georgia Peach instead. Terry Jo's fabulous LA cousin, who is an influencer. I feel like this is definitely Miss Georgia Peach's alley. I was like, I feel like the story of Life Makeover fits Georgia Peach's character a little bit better. Because she is an influencer, she does fashion and all that, so I was like, I feel like it's just better. It's like a match made in heaven. I think it's time we venture out into the Life Makeover universe. Maybe Miss Georgia Peach should invite her bestie over for tea, or even throw a house party, and you know it's gonna be a rager. The possibilities are endless. I highly recommend checking this game out for yourself. Click the link in my description below to download Life Makeover today and start your new virtual life. I will be using a Moana doll from the Disney store, and as you can see, she is articulated in the arms and she has beautiful Caucasian hair. As you can see, it is very long. She has beautiful legs, however it is not bendable. It is a bend and snap, although it doesn't really bend nor snap. And yeah, I thought this was a beautiful doll, a beautiful base to work with. The face is in the shape of Miss Terry Jo. Although she is smiling, and I feel like I want to give Terry Jo a more calm smile. And I do like this face mold a lot. I really enjoy it. And I really love the skin. I feel like the skin is perfect for Miss Terry Jo as well. We are going to need to modify the body. We're going to be adding a little bit more curves. Because, you know, Miss Terry Jo is very, very skinny, but still, we need a little bit of curves here and there. Let's remove her face. Oh my god. And now we're going to be sawing her legs. We are going to bend these legs. So let me go ahead and saw it in half. Oh my god. Now that that's done, I'm taking here we have the legs, and this is the vision. Now I'm gonna go ahead and drill the skin. The skin of Miss Moanta is very rubbery, so it's very easy to penetrate. And now I'm taking wire to adhere both the lower legs and the upper legs together, just so that there is some connection to it temporarily. And yes. Now I'm going to take my hot glue gun and we are going to be adding some foil. This will act as the mass inside the skin. This is the temporary. You don't want to use all your clay there because that would be such a waste. After it's all dry, this is what we have, as you can see. I believe it is very, very nice. I do wish it was bendable, however, we are just doing our best, and for this one it is going to be a fixed pose. Miss Terry Jo will be sitting anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my epoxy sculpt. As you can see, this is a two-part epoxy clay. When you mix it together, it cures over time. And this is an industrial clay. I really recommend wearing gloves because it can be toxic. Oh my god, is it British or is it country? Now let's we are filling in the legs. I mean, we're filling in the knees. We are blending it all together, and we are also adding a little bit more mass. We're gonna make this leg a little bit more thick, a little bit more juicy, a little bit more curvy. Here I'm adding a little bit more of a thighs. I'm trying not to touch the joints because if you do too much and if you touch the joints of the doll, it will stop it from moving. It will take away the articulation. Now I'm working also on the body. Not me saying also. Now we're also working on the body. And again, we are just giving her a little bit more curves. I am trying to make this realistic to what I envisioned Miss Terry Jo. So we're giving her something juicy, something bodacious and goddess-like. Yes. I really love sculpting curves like this, like I said before, when I made the Lizzo doll. I just like it. I love it. It makes me feel like a renaissance. It makes me feel like a. It makes me feel like a Renaissance sculptor. It makes me feel like a classic sculptor. What the heck is going on? Yes, I do really like it. I like adding the curves. And I just feel like it's very romantic, and I love the realism of it all. Yes. Of course, you can't forget the arms. You want the arms to look a little bit more cohesive with the rest of the body. And I'm only adding curves to the upper part of the arms and not really the forearms. Because if you add more mass, it will literally remove the articulation, and we're trying not to do that. For her shoes, we are giving her some cute ballet flats. Miss Terry Jo, I believe, is a very sensible woman, and her feet is always planted on the ground, so a cute, dainty ballet flats, I think, will suffice. And now we are pretty much done with the body modifications. This is me sanding it, or I mean, this is I sanded the body already, so it is smooth as I can make it. As you can see now, we definitely need to color it and everything like that. However, I do want to take a break and get her dress together. And yes, I am sewing this dress, believe it or not. I feel like Terry Jo deserves a beautiful dress. Unfortunately, it was made by me, but it's fine. I got this fabric from a local quilt fabric store here in Las Vegas, and I thought it was the perfect pattern for Miss Terry Jo. The flower is a little bit bigger than obviously what she would wear in real life. However, we are working on a doll, so the ditzy floral is a bold floral for her, but it's fine. I think the colors are beautiful. It is very, very, I feel like it's just very Terry Jo. It's very dainty. It's giving a woman of God. So yes, I can't believe I made this. I'm actually quite impressed. Now I'm gonna go ahead and match the skin tone. As you can see, I'm just using acrylic paint. I have blended these colors together. It was a formula of different shades of browns, beige, and also reds. So you really want to make sure that you are blending these colors together. And yes, I worked with a lot of layers, and also I sprayed it in between layers with Mr. Super Clear. Now for her ballet flats, I thought black would be perfect. It is a very sensible color, and it matches Terry Jo's hair. Oh wait, hold on, she has blonde hair. What was that? Oh, it matches Terry Jo's eyelashes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the Moana's hair so we can prepare her face for a face-up. I'm just taking my acetone. You may also use nail polish nail polish remover if it has acetone in it. I am blocking off her hair, her ears, everything like that. We don't want Mr. Super Clear on that because it would literally damage everything and it will just ruin it. I do want to protect her face, her upper face as well, because we're adding clay onto her face. We are giving her a little bit more mass on her cheeks to really give it the Terry Jo vibe. I gotta say, I was kind of late to discovering Miss Terry Jo. Like I said, I was also once a homosexual, but I have been cured by Bernice. There was a halo, it was like sun. When I gazed upon Bernice, it was like a light, a ray of sunshine caressed my face, and I was transformed. So, yeah, it was great. Again, we are trying to go ahead and match the color to the face, and just, yes, multiple layers that I didn't film, apparently. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the head back to the body. The body? Now that I have sprayed the face with Mr. Super Clear and also covered everything else we don't need the Mr. Super Clear to spray, we can finally work on drawing Miss Terry Jo's face. And for this one, I am referencing Miss Terry Jo's paper magazine. Was it paper? Was it paper? Hold on. I think it was paper. Yes. We are referencing Miss Terry Jo in her paper magazine photo shoot. She was serving glam, and I was like, wow, well, that's what I do. It's what I live for. I would love a really beautiful glam. And usually, Miss Terry Jo, when she goes live on TikTok, she does have a little bit smoky eye here and there. So I thought, well, why not amp it up a bit? And you guys know, I do glam all the time. I just can't help myself. What was I gonna say? Oh my god, not the silence. We are smoking her eye. We are highlighting her eye because we want to give some dimension to the face. So I just highlighted her brow bone, and now I am working on the eyeliner, tight lining it. I want to give her a beautiful expression, a very calm, elegant expression. If you guys did, what I love about Miss Terry Jo is the stories that she has come up with, her trials and tribulations. I just admire it, and I love hearing more about her family, her cousins, Miss Georgia Peach, Amour Rose, like all of them. I love them. I really love Miss Georgia Peach as well. However, I feel like I can't relate to her as much as I can relate to Miss Terry Jo. And yeah, but they're all beautiful, all beautiful. My favorite Terry Jo live is when she went live with Bob the Drag Queen. I believe she went live with her twice now, and it was just magic. I thought that. Ooh, wait, hold on. That's Georgia Peach. It was Georgia Peach and Bob the Drag Queen. I thought it was beautiful. It was so funny, and it tickled me to bits. We are contouring Miss Terry Jo's face right now. We want her face to look chiseled, and I want her cheekbones to pop. Of course, we are building up all these colors, all these layers of pencils, pastels. We are spraying her face in between with Mr. Super Clear. You guys know how to do it. And yeah, it's just a really, really fun transformation. Oh my god. I gotta put that in. Shoot. Miss Terry Jo has been changing her wigs up a bit lately, and I have been enjoying her many hairstyles. Which hairstyles do you guys like from Miss Terry Jo? I really like the classic one, the one with the bangs, the one that people say looks like Dora. I think that one's classic. But I have been loving her mini page boys. You guys know I love a page boy hair, and some of her wigs kind of look like page boy hair. So I love it. It's just so glamorous. I am trying to line her lips just to make it more defined. To give dimension to her face, I am highlighting some areas like her nose, the brow bone, a little bit of her cheeks and forehead to bring out those areas. You want to make sure you don't use white on a fair skin doll, like a fair skin character, like Miss Terry Jo, because she does have alabaster skin, so it's not gonna work. But you know what I mean. Do a warm tone for the colors, because you don't want to make it look ashy if you use white. Over here I'm just using some Elmer's glue all. I'm using a human fake individual lashes I got from the dollar store. This one is so beautiful and so glamorous. I am going to be trimming it because it's giving pageant, and I want to give it like regal. I want to give it divine. I want to give it like church lady. I'm glossing her lips up as well with Sculpey Gloss Glaze. Oh my god. We're almost there. We're almost there. Now I'm going to be styling her hair up a bit. As you can see, I curled it myself with some straws, and now I am styling it. I did use a little bit of product for this one. I used Got To Be gel, and it was fine. I put some pins, I put some clips here to maintain the page boy look, and I think it is wonderful. Now I'm going to take this cross and I'm painting it silver. I have never seen Miss Terry Jo rock gold, so we are keeping it silver for every part of her jewelry. Now let's go ahead and put on her dress. What the heck? I edited this a little bit wonkily. And now let's add the jewelry. Oh, actually, maybe it's fine. It's fine. Now we're adding the necklace, I meant. And of course, we need to give her some shining gem for her earring as well. And also, I forgot to put a tie in her dress. I feel like that really draws the eye to her heart. We need to give her a little bit of nail polish, because why not? Even though, I don't think you're supposed to have nail polish, but it's fine. Miss Terry Jo can break all the rules, and it's fine with me. God. Now I got this book, and I will be transforming it. It is a plain book, a doll scale book, and we will be painting it black and transforming it to the holy book. I did want to make this a little bit more ornate, however, the book, the holy book that Miss Terry Jo carries is very, very simple, very minimalistic, and I said, we gotta stay true to it. I did exaggerate the words, I made it a little bit bigger, but yes, it is the holy text. Oh my god. And now we're taking this cross, and it is Miss Terry Jo's weapon of survival. So I'm just dry brushing it a little bit. Oh my god. With black paint, just to bring out the elements, the sculpture of it all, the artwork of it all. Yes, we're just bringing out all the details by using paint. Yes. And now we are giving Miss Terry Jo her wheelchair. This is her means of transportation. I got this wheelchair from a Ken Barbie doll, and I thought it would be perfect for Miss Terry Jo. She can barely fit in it, but it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and repaint it, so let's remove the wheels. Oh my god, look at that. That is actually pretty fun. I like how the wheels actually move. And yeah, so we're gonna be spray painting the gray part, or all of it, with silver paint. I want it to look like metal. And now I'm painting some of the elements black, like her seat, like the wheels and all that. We're just giving it a little bit more of a realistic approach. And yeah. Like I said, Miss Terry Jo is very minimalistic. I don't think she is extravagant at all. She's very humble. She's a very humble woman. Yes. And now we're finally done with Miss Terry Jo's wheelchair, and I am in love with how it looks. It's very simple, but it's perfect for Miss Terry Jo. And look at that. She barely fits in it, like I said, but she sits on it very comfortably. And now we're finally done with our... what was it? There we go. And now we're finally done with the God Warrior, Miss Terry Jo.